So today we're going to do our story sack, the story sack itself. And for that we need a pillowcase. This can be an old pillowcase that you're recycling, or it can be a new one that you buy. So this one here is plain, this one is patterned. You can use either. Obviously the plain one you can decorate, but if you've got a book such as Dear Zoo and it's got an animal theme to it, something like this zebra pattern is perfect for that. So the only other things you need are scissors, you need a skewer, or you need a knitting needle. We've got our safety pin, and optional is the sewing machine. You can sew the seam by hand if you like. It's very quick and there's only one seam to do. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is cut off the cuff of our pillowcase here, and we're just going to make one straight cut just straight along. So I'm going to do that now. So we've now cut the cuff off the top of the pillowcase and I've turned it inside out. Now the beauty of using a pillowcase is we've got our 3 seams already. So all we need to do is create an area where we can put the cord through. So we're going to fold over about 2 centimeters at the top here, and we're going to pin this. You might get away without pinning it if you just iron it. But a few pins will help to keep it straight, and then we're going to run the machine just over the bottom of where we folded over. Okay, we're ready to sew now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sort of midway between the 2 seams here, and with this pin here, and I'm going to sew right the way around but leave a little gap. So I'm going to finish with this pin. So this little gap's for threading through the cord. So I'm going to sew fairly near to the bottom edge here. So we've got a nice fat area for the cord to go through. So I'm going to do that now. So now we're going to make the cord. So we use the cuff that we took off at the start of this process, and we're just going to cut that. I'm going to cut it down this seam here, and it's the single side that we want. So we cut it like this, get rid of the double side, and then this bit here we're going to cut into 2 strips. So maybe about 5 centimeters again per strip. Our first job is to create a seam between the 2 strips that we've just cut. So we'll just do that on the machine now. So now we've got our seam here. We're going to keep that on the outside and then fold our piece of material in half now. And we're going to make a seam right the way along here. And we're going to close one end off and then keep the other end open, because we're going to turn it inside out so all the seams are on the inside. So I'm just going to start that now. Okay, so now we've got to turn our cord the right way around. Now this is a little bit tricky. So you get your knitting needle or your skewer or whatever, and you put it sort of in the material near the top, and you're just trying to gather it up so that you can eventually just get it down the knitting needle. So there we go, that's it started like that, and we'll just gently gather it, and it should just start to come through, which it is. So you just keep doing this till you get it through. So we still have one end that we haven't sewn yet, so we're just going to finish that end off, and then we can put the cord into our sack. Okay, so the last thing we've got to do is put the cord through the sack, and this is where the safety pin comes in. So attach the safety pin to the end of the cord, and then we're going to find our gap and we're going to thread it through. Okay, so here we've got our finished sack. We've got our drawstring there that will keep everything nice and safe. If you're going to decorate it, I'd probably decorate it before I put the drawstring in, just so you've got a nice flat surface. But you can see the pattern one works really well as well. And so we're ready to fill our sacks with lots of nice things.